It is a moment of extreme pleasure to welcome all the participants and guests who are present here to attend this IPR Day webinar. On behalf of the institution, I offer my regards to all the guests and the people joining us. This webinar is organized by Institution's Innovation Council and IPR cell of KCG College of Technology in association with IPO Chennai in view of World IP Day under the National Intellectual Property Awareness Mission. I convey my regards to the chief guest of the IPR Day, Mrs. Susi Ma'am, Examiner of Patent and Design, IPO Chennai. Thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting our invitation. The schedule of the webinar will focus on the topic of awareness of IPR. It will include more issues to address the aspects of how to convert your ideas to market level product. I wish this seminar enlightens us all and provides us with approaches to deal with the innovative solutions to tomorrow's problem. This year, the World Intellectual Property Day 2022 theme focuses on IP and youth innovating for a better future. We want to share our KCG granted testimony to all on this special occasional day. This is our KCG's granted global patents and copyrights. We have 33 Australian patents granted and 4 Indian patent, 2 German patent and 5 Indian copyrights. So these are our testimony. Now I request Dr. Lakshmipathy to introduce our chief guest.
Thank you, ma'am. So I take this opportunity to introduce the resource person of this webinar, Srimati Susi K. So she has pursued her BTech in rubber and plastics technology from Madras Institute of Technology, Anna University, Chennai. And she did her MTech in polymer science and technology from Indian Institute of Technology, New Delhi. And her job is rooted from research and teaching experience in the field of polymer science and technology. She is presently working as an examiner of patents and designs with 6 years of experience in Indian Patent Office, Chennai. And her work is focused on examining the patent applications which are submitted by the individuals and industries and institutions. So she was trained at Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Intellectual Property Management, so which is based out of Nagpur. And she is official trainer of National Intellectual Property Awareness Mission, Government of India. So I welcome Srimati Susi to share her experience and create awareness on IPR. The stage is yours now.
So good morning, this is Madan Raj. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Yeah. Susi will join in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Video.
morning to one and all. Excuse me, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. Thanks for giving this opportunity. I'm here to conduct a IP awareness program on, sorry. Just give me 2 minutes. Sorry, good morning. Excuse me, am I audible?
Morning, ma'am. Yeah, you're audible.
Today is a World IP Day, and the theme of this year is IP and youth, that is innovating for a better future. So this is a program conducted by our Government of India on IPR awareness. So this is a part of National Intellectual Property Awareness Mission. So the products and the goods represented in this presentation is just only for the education purpose and not for promoting any company's ideas or anything. So in this presentation, today we'll be discussing about, so what is intellectual property and what are the kinds of intellectual properties we have, followed by question and answers. First, I would like to give you a broad view about the intellectual property. Before going into intellectual property, let me give you an example. So generally we come across a lot of assets, either in the form of physical or electronic asset. So when we come to know about the physical asset, it can be your book, or it can be your house, it can be a pen, car, or it can be anything. So when we purchase these things, we will discuss a lot, either with our family members or else with our friends or with like our colleagues. So what best product we can get it from the market. For example, if you want to buy a house, we used to think of various parameters. For example, first of all, the location and amenities, the house which is provided, followed by whether it's near to our house or like it's to a school or it's to an office. For example, the builders are there. Like they used to construct real estate buildings. Simply we go and pay them, and we will buy the apartment. Or else the person who has what to say, like he has his own idea in his mind. Like he wants to construct his own on his own style. For example, with a swimming pool or like a 2 or 3 bedrooms, drawing rooms, etc., etc. And he might have designed in a particular way the house he wants to be. For an instance, if somebody wants to copy your work, copy your ideas, you might have invested so much time and your energy to build your own ideas. If someone is coming and copying your idea simply what you have established. So here comes the rule of intellectual property. So simply you cannot, simply they cannot copy your idea. So they have to take either permission from you or they have to give you some royalty in terms of money that I want to copy your idea. So this is where the intellectual property comes into play. So I will give you an example. Most of them know, recently the Facebook is planning to change its name from Facebook to Meta. Simply Facebook cannot acquire the name Meta. The reason is, actually the Meta is a name associated with the South Dakota Bank. the company have never thought that this name will fetch this much amount in future. So what exactly is that? Facebook owner, he must pay around $60 million. In terms, in Indian money, it is around 400 crores. He has to pay that bank to acquire this name. Since the Meta is a trademark, it is registered by that bank it is registered. So simply Facebook cannot go and copy, cannot acquire that particular name. So he has to pay some royalty to that bank to get this name. You can just Google this Facebook Meta and you will get more into about this. And what exactly the intellectual property is. For example, in our day-to-day life, you would have come across many problems. So you people might have thought, what if it works well, it will be better. So simply that idea can be clubbed with the resources. Either it can be a knowledge, in the internet, you have so many information that you can put into your ideas, and you can put your effort to make into a property. So that becomes an intellectual property. So intellectual property is nothing but the creation of human mind. That is, it is a creative idea and expressions of human mind. For example, I can say that Tata last past they have introduced a nano car to attract the middle class families. So that car is only produced by Tata company, not from any other company. So he thought what to say like he thought in his mind that even the middle class family should travel in a car. So he just invented low budget car, it's just around 2 lakhs. Simply they cannot copy this car. Simply they cannot copy other competitors. So he has his own patent for that particular product. And these are like different kinds of property, intellectual properties. So what are those? Like it can be a stage performance or it can be a broadcast. For example, the movie, so the director directs a movie with the help of a producer. So he need a distributor to distribute into different places and different theaters. So here, for example, the Sun Network is a broadcast telecaster. He comes here and he acquires that movie production, everything, and he broadcasts to the world. So that right, that movie distribution right is exclusively given to the broadcaster. So he has the rights over it. You could see like in a TV or advertisement, the copyright, everything. If you go in detail, you will see the what are the kinds of production we have for this. And not only the performance, we have a literary artistic works, and it can be a new product, or it can be a process, or it can be any designs. Or else it can be a trademark, or it can be a sign marks, or it can be a logos. You're simply like we would have come across in our life the Colgate paste, or else Ford company cars. Simply by their name, we'll just identify this is a Ford company car, this is Toyota car something. Simply by recognizing that symbol, we used to identify this is this is this company's car model, like that. And it also protects you against unfair competition. For an example, the Kanchipuram silk saree, many of them aware of it. People in that same film, they will say that to counterfeit the product, this is also from Kanchipuram silk saree, and it also possesses same quality of the original. So how will you identify whether it's original or it's like a counterfeited one? So generally what they do is the society from Kanchipuram, they have come with they have come and registered the product in the government of India to deceive, what is it, to prevent others from counterfeit the products. So they have got a hallmark symbol and geographical indication for that Kanchipuram silk saree. From that you can identify whether it's original or not. So what are those importance of getting an intellectual property rights? First is it just protects your idea. For example, when you think, you'll get an idea. You can protect others from copying. So what's the use of protection? What will what this how it will help me by so what is the use of protection? So you people all can think. So the reason is by protecting your ideas, you can earn a lot. For example, Samsung is a company. We all know that it manufactures mobile, home appliances, etc. But that only that brand name, they have entered into their defense technology, and now they started making weapons and aeronautical equipments and all. So only by protecting the trade name, that is Samsung, they have entered into a market with a n number of applications. For example, TV, washing machine, so many things only with the brand name. And also it exclude others from copying. For example, if you invent something, simply others cannot copy your work. They have to take your permission from you, or else they have to pay some loyalty. Only then they can reproduce your work. So, what are the utilization and commercialization of your intellectual properties? Either you can use it for own purpose, or else you can let out, or is other that is, for example, the houses there. You are buying an house. Either you can go and live it, or else you can ask somebody to live and pay rent for you. So the same thing. If I don't have so much resources, I can give my patent to someone to use for some time, not for particular period, and just give royalty for me. And another one is franchise. This is a more important thing. For example, it's nothing but ownership distribution. You might have seen McDonald's or else a KFC or else like a Burger King. Wherever you go, the taste is same, but that at a different outlet, the taste is same. So what exactly is that? They will sign with the owner, like with the terms and legal terms and conditions. They can reproduce the same product. They will give you the menu, or else like some type of formulation or something. With that only they have to work with it. So it is a franchise. In this way, you can earn. That is the intellectual property makes you to earn. And next is merchandise. It's nothing but doing a trade or business with your own invention. For an example, if you have invented a new mobile or something, and you have the potential to manufacture in large quantity, and you need a customer to use your mobile. So what you will do is that you will go and approach a retailers. For an example, there are many platforms like Amazon or else outside Flipkart, this Purvika, etc., etc. They what they do is that they will buy a bulk quantity from you at some discounted price, and they will sell it with a little amount of discount from the MRP. So in this all these forms you can earn a lot. It just create an idea and make it as a useful one, and it fetches you money from different ways. So this is the importance of the intellectual properties. So what are the benefits for those common person and businessman? For an example, being a common person, it gives you pride among all you people. It distinguishes you from others that I have invented something. In case of academics, those who are in research field, they will come to know the importance of getting their paper published in high impact factor or journals. Uh, Even if they get a patent, it's easy, or else like it's a boost up to their career. They will easily enter into a top institutions with their contribution. So here it is a businessman, what he does. So as I said earlier, with just a one name, for example, Samsung or Tata. Tata is a only one brand name. Under this umbrella, you have a number of products. For example, Chroma, which deals with the electronic technology, and Big Basket, which deals with the day-to-day grocery activities. And Tata Motors, they have insurance, so many things under the only one tag name, that Tata, it comes here. So first they build what to say, brand value. In that brand value, they have included so many things that they gained a confidence over the customers. They trust blindly. If I go and purchase products from this brand, it always possesses a good quality. By doing so, they are earning, and again they are investing in their research and development, and they are coming to the market with a new developments and keeping in the market alive. So these are the advantages of common man and businessman. So this is one more example for the registration. I don't know whether you people know it or not. Nearly 50 years ago, an American man invented the smiley face. Recent times, the Frenchman, using the same smiley business, he earned a multi-million dollar. The reason is the one American man has not registered his product, whereas the Frenchman, as soon as he invented, he has registered with the government and he is making money out of it. Using this link, you can just go deep in detail about this smiley face business. So, what are those intellectual property? As I said earlier, we will have different types of assets. Either it can be a physical asset or it can be an electronic asset. If it is a physical asset, it can be, I said earlier, like house, car, jewels, etc., etc. If it is an electronic asset, it is a kind of stock, your bonds, or else mutual funds, etc. The same is now. What are the kinds of intellectual property we have? Is patents, designs, trademarks, geographic indications, copyright, semiconductor integrated circuits layout design, the protection of plant variety, and farmers' right. This particular right comes under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare. And the last one is trade secret. I could say that this is a reward for the technological advancement. As you can see from the picture, initially they have started with a standing computer. Now they have shifted to some kind of a big one, and later it became a desktop. Recently, it becomes compact and portable desktop. So what exactly is this is patent. Here I have shown us statistical data published by WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization. Despite being a highest and youngest population, we stand far behind the top companies, those who file patent applications. Here you could compare ourselves with China. So almost we are close to the population, but you see the number of applications they have filed and what we have filed. But still we are improving. As we could see, this is a GIA is nothing but Global Innovation Index, which is published by WIPO. Whereas in 2015, we were at 81st rank. Now we are improving, gradually improving. That is in 2021, we reached to 46. So what exactly I mean to say here is, this is where the lacuna, this is where the initiative taken by our government, and they started a mission, a National Intellectual Property Mission, to conduct a IP awareness program among the youth to grow ourselves and also to contribute to our nation. So first is patent. What exactly is a patent? It is given by Government of India to an inventor to stop others from making, using, and offering for sale or selling and importing. What exactly is this? If you invent something, our government can, if we are protected your rights, our government cannot import that particular product from other countries since you have an exclusive right in this nation. So it is an invention for a limited period. So what exactly is an invention is? It can be a product or it can be a process which involves an inventive step. It means that you are finding a technical advancement for the existing problem. And this is a right given for the limited period and in exchange for disclosing it in a complete specification. So what exactly it means is that what you people might have invented something and you have to write it in a way such that for a common man with all the resources can able to reproduce that particular invention. So in such a way, you have to draft your application. You have to come to your office and just get file the patent, and it will be analyzed, and you will come and it will proceed further. So it's nothing but to encourage economic and technological development by rewarding the intellectual creativity. So what I was telling earlier, what exactly the invention is? It is a new product or process which involves an inventive step and it is capable of industrial application. That is, you're finding a solution for the existing problem. It must be technically advanced or it may possess economic significance and it must be being made or used in an industry. So what are those examples? Here you could see the head cap for the children. You can remove this and it will not disturb the kid size and it will not cry. So it makes a easier one. And drone, foldable clips and the stumps. Actually, it was invented by Australian men before ICC in a World Cup. So what he has used displacement sensor technology. So even with a small feather touch, this whiles and the stump used to indicate. After its invention, ICC acquired his patent and now it is using for those matches recently. And most of the people know that this Michael Jackson. Actually, he made a thing. Normal person can lean up to 20 degree, whereas this person can do it up to 45 degree. Did you people surprise anytime like how does he do? The reason is he created an illusion by applying a technology. In a shoe, he created a hinge on the stage. You have a particular member so that it go and fixes over there and he could able to tilt over 45 degree. So it is a called in 45 degrees Michael Jackson anti-gravity link. So this is the details of the invention. You can note down this number and you could go and search in Google patents. So how does he did all these things? And recent mothers, like if our hand is injured or something, we used to wear a shoulder sling. So for 17 hours, it's not an easy thing to keep our hand like this, and it creates more pressure on our shoulder or something. So this boy thought about this problem, and he invented appendage around the waist. That is a waist one, so that he can rest upon the waist. So what I would like to say here is that to get a patent or to get an intellectual property, postgraduate or graduate doctorate degree is not needed. Just an idea and how you could execute those ideas. So in this case, he's just 10 years old. Here, I would like to highlight one more point is also that recently a girl from South Tamil Nadu has been awarded Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar Award for inventing floating houses. Actually, her home every time it's get affected by the flood. So she invented a floating house. Now she got recognized by our government of India, and she had been awarded last year. So next we'll move on to the next one. So what exactly this resembles? So this is a product like a toilet cleaner. As soon as we look into the product, simply we can identify can be a Harpic or Sanifresh. But the color and combinations they have used simply makes to recognize that this is a particular product. So that is where comes our design rights. It's nothing but it's just given importance only to the aesthetic look, not about anything. It can be a 3D features, like it can be a shape, a surface of that article, or it can be a two-dimensional features. Example, like a patterns, or it can be a lines, or the color combination they have used. Here you could see like the various designs I have displayed here. Uh, a simple chair in different form. So only for the aesthetic, they got a right. So simply others cannot copy, they work. If they want to copy, they have to get a permission or they have to acquire their rights. So what are the subject matters covered under designs? It can be either your industrial or handicraft products. For example, terracotta toys, or else it can be a designs of your watches, jewelries, artificial jewelries, or so many things. It's all coming under design category. And it can also be industrial, and medical implements, and also it comes from houseware, furniture, and electrical appliances to vehicles, etc. Here you could see the pattern. It is a pant with a different type, and in this kurti, they have given that embroidery work. It also got a design patterns like this on a textile. Different color combination they have used, and different pattern with the different stoneworks. Everything they have used. All these products are registered, so these all have exclusive right. This makes a product costlier. This distinguishes their product from other competitors. Here there is a one more example. What I have displayed here is it's only the same, only one content, the content inside the model is same, but they have produced in a different shape just to attract the customers. So next we'll move to other intellectual properties. Here you could see that how funnily they have represented different brands. Adidas, Pepsi, and Puma have represented differently. So here it comes the role of trademark. So trademark is nothing but it individualizes or distinguish his goods from the goods of its competitors. For example, you have a shoe company over the first row, Nike, Adidas, and Puma. All these three brands are manufacturing shoes only, but they have distinguished their product by using different sign marks, like a tick symbol for Nike, Adidas, and Puma. Again, here you could see the food products, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and Domino's Pizza. Every product distinguishes their product from the goods of its competitors. And again, we have courier service, FedEx, Blue Dart, India Post. Each have their unique characters and distinguishes from other competitors. So what are the subject matters included in trademark? It can be a words, or it can be a sound mark, it can be a slogans, or it can be any devices, or it can be symbols, or else smell mark. Here you would have seen a lion roaring sound when you MGM, and the slogans like just do it from Nike, life is good from LG. Here I would like to highlight one more thing. Recently, a tennis ball from Wimbledon, just because of that smell, they have got a trademark. So with us, with that particular intellectual property, they are making their own business. Here I would like to highlight it is a distinctive and not descriptive. For example, Mercedes-Benz is a car, they have used a star symbol for it. And again, flying lady for Rolls-Royce, whereas the lady is not related to the car. So they are distinguishing their product from their competitors. Like that, Apple for a computers, Dutch Bank for a bank, etc. So how you will identify the product is registered or not? When you see any products, you will see either TM or registered. If a TM means the product is registered, it is not. It is under process. Whereas the registered mark is they got their rights, they got their patent rights. So how you will identify means this Mami Poco pants have got the registered right. Whereas this extra feature, extra absorb, it is under process. So that's why they have used the symbol of trademark. Next, the most interesting work is copyright. For an example, if you go on tour with your friends, you will take some photographs. The moment you take the photograph, it's yours until and unless somebody infringes on you. That's what. It can be either literary works, or it can be a painting, it can be photographs, or it can be any of your 2D diagrams or 3D diagrams. It can be a movie, it can be a music, or the stage performance, or else sculptures or statues. This all comes under copyrights. What does it mean is works of the human intellect, or else expression of idea. For example, in a classroom, teacher comes and asking you people to write a story with a theme of friendship or something. Everybody has their own set of ideas. So For example, if there are 10 students, everybody has given an idea. The 10 ideas are not same. Everybody has their uniqueness. So that's where the role of copyrights. So that's what I'm saying is that it can be a writing, or it can be a music, or it can be a works of the fine arts, like a paintings or sculptures, or else technology work based on the computer program and electronic databases. So what copyright is an exclusive legal right granted just for an expression of an idea. Uh, we have Sujata or else Ponniyin Selvan, like we have come across these many novels. Simply, what to say? For example, Ponniyin Selvan, now they are taking a movie out of it to reach many people. So the credit goes to the Kalki author. He gets just for expressing his idea, he has been rewarded a lot. So it is registration is not mandatory since it comes into existence as soon as the intellectual work is created. But it is recommended to register a copyright for better enforceability. That is, if you want to protect others from copying your work, you have to register it. In case of infringement, you can go to the court and file a case on it that my work is already registered and they are copying it. So for that reason, it is recommended to register a copyright. Otherwise, it's not mandatory. So what I said is exactly copyright is nothing but it is a bundle of rights. For example, a writer writes a novel on his own language. So he prevents others from copying his own idea. And he has a right to reproduce the material from. And not only that, he can go to the publisher, he can distribute to a number of customers, and also he can let out those novels. And if the novel attracts a customer from different places, they will try is they will adapt the language to their own mother tongue, and they will enhance it. For example, there are many films based on a novels, Marvel stories, or else Student of Life. So they have written a novel. Directors, the movie directors, they got inspired from their novel, and they just take a one chapter of that novel and take a movie out of it. So from all these things, the root causes, the author has written a novel, so he must be rewarded at every way. So it's nothing but they can reproduce their right, they can distribute to the public, and they can derive the works based on that novel, for example, and they have a right to communicate to public. For example, podcast we might have come across. Like there are so many novels. Those who can't read it, those who don't have a tongue, they simply can podcast it and write of public performance. They can do the stage performance, etc. So it's nothing but it's a bundle of rights. So there are so many artistic works in the novel, except literary works. All the copyrights have 60 years from the work it got published. If it's a literary, dramatic, musical, or artistic works, it is a lifetime of the author the moment it is created, and 60 years from the date of the author. So this is exceptional, and remaining other artistic works are 60 years from the date it is got published. So the next IP right is semiconductor integrated circuits layer design. So we might have seen the in the first year of the college electronic labs. So we might have hands-on touch with the capacitors, diodes, transistors, etc., etc. So we'll have a motherboard or something. You could there we would have seen like the arrangements of the capacitors, diodes in a different pattern. So that is also got the intellectual property. It must be original, and it must be distinct, and it must be capable of being distinguished from other layout design, and it is not commercially exploited anywhere. So, for example, here the Apple company, just for the arrangement of this transistor diodes and all, they got the world intellectual. They got a very good revenue for this invention. So the next IP right is geographical rights. Here you could see in India, every region is particular about one specific thing. For example, in Tamil Nadu, it is Kanjivaram silk saree. From Hyderabad, it is Hali, and Kerala for Matta rice, and Mysore silk saree from Karnataka, etc. So, what exactly is this geographical indication? That is, it comes under the Geographical Registry of India. It's nothing about origin of goods and services that has a specific geographical origin and possess qualities that are due to that particular origin. For example, Kovilpatti Kadlamittai. The taste is different. The Kadlamittai taste is different from Kovilpatti and others. So, group of people, the one who's expertise in this field, they come to the government and register their product. So they have recognized by the government. So they got a geographical indication for this particular product. So why all these things we are doing? Just to promote the commerce by informing the customer of the origin of products. So these are few more examples that Kanyakumari clouds. It is a exclusive for high concentration of volatile oil. So it got a GI tag, and this is Sojat Mehendi. It's because of the high lawson content. Since this particular henna leaves are grown only in rainwater, this Karipur Kalamkari painting is exclusive. Is what to say? It's specific for the reason that the brushes they have used, it is made of bamboo and coconut tree stems and Edayur chili. This is grown in traditional way, and it is grown only in that particular environment and soil condition. So this is nothing but the origin of goods and services distinguishes others. And these are a few more examples. Bhavani Jamakala, Srivilliputtur Palkova, Madurai Sungadi Chari, Tanjore paintings, and Coimbatore bed grinder. Sassy Soul, Kanyakumari glove, Tirupati Laddu, Palakkad Maddalam, Mysore sandal soap, Kanjivaram silk saree, and Pattabadai pie. These are few more examples. Saffron from Kashmir, Kodaikanal Malipodu, Parane Punjab, Sirmalai Hill Banana, and Temple Jewelry of Naharkoi. And this is an international one, Lamphun Brocade Thai silk. And not only from India, even the foreign GI we have, like a France Champagne, France Cognac, UK, Scotch Whisky, etc. So, what exactly the geographical indication means? It implies a particular quality which the customer may be looking for, and it can be used for industrial and agricultural products. Next, we'll move on to the next intellectual property. So, the KFC. Everyone might have thought, why don't I make this at home? But you might have tried, but never reproduces see what exactly which is given in KFC chicken. So it is called a trade secret. It's nothing but agreement of confidentiality. That is, it is an information considered as a trade secret gives the company an economic advantage over its competitors. Simply, they cannot give their formulation to others. That is how like they make a business, and it is an often product of internal R&D. So here you could see the Google platform where we all used to work. The search algorithm is a trade secret, and rust-free lotion, this WD-40, it is also a trade secret. Nobody can able to make or reproduce other than the one who manufactures it. And this is a McDonald's special sauce and Coca-Cola formulation. So this all involves a trade secret. So simply we cannot reproduce until and unless they reveal us. So it's about IPs everywhere. It's not IP is one single entity. Sometimes, for example, if you take a laptop, this has a 5 types of IP in it. For example, the design Apple symbol got a design offered, and the LED display that got a patent rights, and the Apple sign is for trademark. The user manual is under copyright, and layout of that particular is coming under SACL design. So for one single product, we have a many types of IP in it. Now, almost now we'll come to the validity. So already I said except GI or trademarks, other intellectual properties are we will have limited period of time. For example, patents is just for 20 years, and there is nothing called global or international patent. So when we uh, invent something, when we file here, so it is a territorial. The rights are territorial in nature. If you want a patent from you, if you want to protect your rights from other countries, we have to go and publish. We have to go and register over other companies. So there is something called global or international patent. For designs, it is 10 plus 5 years renewable. Trademarks indefinite, GI indefinite, subject to renewal, and copyright, as I said, it is a lifetime of the other plus 60 years for literary works. Other than that, it is 60 years. Uh, in all this category, anybody can apply. That is a person. He can either individual, or it can be a firm, or it can be a collaboration like a partnership, or it's a small companies in a small entity, or it's a body corporate. Except a GI. GI is filed only by group of people at the society who involves in that field and expertise, those who can go and file and get registered for their rights. So the first important thing is that as soon as we get an idea, first we have to protect our ideas. First we have to go and register our product. What will happen if I don't register? For example, you have published your work before going for a patent, before registering in a patent office. Uh, that publication will affect the novel, will act as a prior for the patent when it comes to a patent. That is, first we have to protect our ideas, and it is territorial in nature. The rights are given by Government of India, and it's only for the limited period of time, except trademark. And here they don't give you automatic relief. Uh, you have to, if if you feel your rights are violated, your ideas are copied or something, you have to go and file an infringement suit, and renewal fee must be paid for this intellectual properties. This is our official website where you will get all informations about different types of intellectual properties. And if you have any queries, you can note down this mail ID and you can write to this one. And question and answers.
Hello, ma'am.
Something, sir.
When compared to other countries, India is taking what to say, approving time period as large when compared to other countries in India. That's what's the reason for that, ma'am?
Initially, it was there, but now it is not there. There was a lot of pendency before 2016, but now, as you file the application, you can determine the status of the application within a span of 3 years. Now we are faster than other countries since the pendency is gone.
So the time period is same for every country now.
Yeah, as soon as you file the application, within 6 months, you'll get to know the status in India right now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
If you're going to file for a patent, how should we find that whether the patent which I'm going to file is already existing or not? How to finalize my conclusion before going to patent?
So for that, you have to search. You have to get information about what you're doing. For example, you use your work or keywords in Google Patents, you will get a lot of prior arts. From that, you could know whether your work is already existing or you can is it new or something. You can use your own invention keywords into Google Patents. Then you will get a lot of relevant prior art. From that, you could know like whether your invention is new or inventive.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, if we apply a patent in India, like if a non-Indian wants to use the product, like will they need our approval to use the product?
Non-linear means
Someone from another country, like is there separate rules for each country to use the product or something like that?
actually the rules are quite similar, but the patent from India, the protection is only in India. If you want to protect your rights in other countries, you go and have to register the same, whatever the specification you're filing in India, that must be registered in that particular country. Then they cannot use your invention. You can protect yours from copying.
Okay, thank you.
There is a medium called a WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization.
Ma'am?
Yeah, there is a medium, World Intellectual Property Organization. Through this, you can register your patent in different countries from India.
Thank you.
Mm.
Ma'am?
What did you say? I don't.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Does buying an original work mean we are acquiring the copyright in it?
Sorry, I don't get you.
Does buying an original work from an author means we are acquiring the copyright in it?
No, you are paying him. No?
Sorry?
You are buying an novel from an author, original author.
Yes, ma'am.
He's selling it to you, so you are not buying a copyright. You are just selling it. It depends upon the usage of yours, whether it's for own use or it's commercial. So he has to decide. The author has to decide.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, is there any cost for filing how the cost difference is for filing a patent in designing and filing a patent in research papers work? How?
Okay, those informations are given in our website. I'll give you mail ID. You can mail me. I can share you the details.
Okay.
Okay. So the cost application.
Is there any other questions from the students?
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes,
My
sir.
doubt is, what are the procedures involved in applying a patent?
That's what you have to write your invention so that the common man with all the resources can able to reproduce. So you have to write it in a A4 sheet or something, and you have to come to your patent office and file it here. There are few forms associated with it, form 1, form 2, like that. You have to fill all the forms and you have to pay required fees. So the process goes on. Those details are given in the website. I can share you the link if you write a mail.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, sure. Hello. If a person is applying a patent which is valid around the country, whole of the world, is there a single patent number which can be used, which can be valid around the world, because that can be used for huge manufacturing
No.
bases?
No, actually, it's not. It's
Oh.
patents are territorial in nature.
Ah.
If you are filing in India, you have exclusive right only in India. If you want it globally, or like if you want to protect your property in particular country, then you have to get registered or get patent in that country. So there is no such thing called a global or international patent.
Oh, thanks.
Mm. So if things are done, shall we move on to quiz?
Now I invite Dr. Josanam to deliver the vote of.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this section. First of all, we thank the management principal for encouraging and supporting us to provide and organize a seminar on awareness on intellectual property rights today. Next, we would like to thank the resource person of the day, Srimati Susi K, Examiner of Patents and Designs, Intellectual Property Office, Chennai, for readily accepting our invitation and sharing wide knowledge on intellectual property rights on India as well as universal. Finally, we would like to thank all the participants of the session for their valuable time and participation. Thank you one and all.